You can. Ooh.
Hi, y'all. Welcome. We're live, and Sandra brought her wine, so we gonna do
Yes,
this tonight. Yes, there we
the
go.
big glass.
A big glass. Okay, so I feel like. Do you feel like you need a crutch to talk to us?
You no, it's not you. You know I have anxiety. That thing is real.
It is real. Anxiety is real.
Uh-huh.
You know us, Sandra. You know the ladies who are watching the live stream. So we're just going to talk. Okay. Hello, ladies who are watching the live stream. Hi,
Hi,
guys.
everybody. Hi, my ExodUS family.
Yes, we're just going to talk. We're going to talk. Hello. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you for joining us live. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for joining us from the future. I hope things are well. Uh, we're going to talk today. We have a wonderful conversation coming up for you. We're talking to Sandra about her changes, right? We're talking to Sandra about some transformation, right? Some changes that have happened in her life over the last, I guess, year or so.
Yes, about a year and a half.
We're going to talk about that today. So, welcome. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm one of the hosts of ExodUS Summit. I'm a house sitter. I'm the creator of House Sitter School, and I help Black women take a sabbatical, move abroad, bop around as a nomad while embracing ease. Welcome. And I am one of the hosts of ExodUS Summit along with Rashida Dow.
Hola, me llamo es Roshida. Vivo en Mexico. Okay, I just sound better than this because I don't do a fake. Like my Spanish is a little bit better than that, not much, but it's a little bit better. Hi, I am one of the co-hosts of ExodUS Summit, which starts October 8th, October 7th with a kickoff call and a keynote speaker. And then it's October 8th, 9th, and 10th. We are having 3 amazing days of fun festivities and facts. It's my new slogan.
Oh, good. I like it.
But we're really excited about today because we love bringing back women who have already experienced ExodUS Summit to talk to people who don't know what we're talking about yet. So if you're new to us, we want you to know what life is like with us, right? Like committing 3 days of your life, or even 3 hours, 1 hour. Sometimes you don't even want to watch a 1 hour thing on YouTube or anywhere. So committing that time to someone else, we realize is like, it's a commitment. It's a dedication. And we want you to have an idea of what you're getting if you come to the summit, and an idea of what you're missing if you don't. So Sandra came to the summit the first year, right?
No, I actually came the first time the second year. That was my first time.
Oh, I'm confused because I spoke to you already on video after the summit. That's why. All right. So you came to the summit the second year, and you were living in Chicago.
I was.
And then in between the second year and now, when the third summit hasn't happened yet, so in less than a year, you are now living in Playa del Carmen.
Yes, I am. I'm retired from my job, sold my house and everything in it. And here I am sitting in paradise.
Okay.
You know, what more could you ask for in retirement? So yeah, it's been good. And it happened lickety split. It happened so fast. You guys gave me all the tools I needed, seriously, from the financial piece to just how to plan and not get overwhelmed. It was really easy. Honestly, it hasn't even been a full year. I think the summit was in October, wasn't it? Was it in October?
Late September. Late
It
September
was
last year.
late September. A year, almost to the day, November the 1st, I bought a ticket to Playa del Carmen. So less than like 12 months from the first time you all ever, just planted that seed. A year later, I was out of the country.
Wait, no. You attended the second summit for the first time.
I attended the second summit last year.
Yes.
And then a year later, well, no, it wasn't even that much.
No. That means you attended the summit in September and left in November?
I sure did. I've been in Mexico almost a whole year. I've been in Mexico literally, you all. The day I sold my house, November the 1st, I bought a plane ticket. I was sitting in Mexico on a beach, November the 7th. Oh, you did a good job. Oh,
you attended the summit like last week of September. And a month later, you were in Mexico.
Yes. I only attended one summit. And I'm telling you all,
I
but
know
I
you
can
did last year because it was the Playa Accountability Group.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell y'all. This
The
is what
groups are the truth. They're the truth.
this is a month later. I must also say, Sandra's been having so much fun down there. She can't keep track of how long she's been. She said a year or two. I was on the beach. She was like, I was in Chicago. It was winter. And then I was on the beach. And
I was on the beach.
That's it.
I was on the beach. That very first accountability group, Sonia was so kind to lead us. So if there are ladies, if you're sitting on the fence about joining the accountability group, like your plate is full and you've got enough to do, you don't need another meeting. Yeah, you need this meeting. You need to connect with women who are like-minded. If this is your desire to either take a sabbatical or move abroad or just to travel to see the world, get with women who are like-minded. Don't talk to people who don't share your vision or your dream.
That's right.
They will just poo-poo on your dream. It'll delay you. Don't do it. Spare yourself. I learned that early on in the process, to be selective about who I shared it with. I think Stephanie you might have said that. Be selective about who you share that dream with. Everyone won't share your happiness. Everyone won't cheer for you. But the sisters in the ExodUS Summit Circle absolutely solidified it for me. I am telling you, these are now my lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Sonia will be back in Playa in another month, and we'll be staying together in my right here in Playa car. I know.
Okay.
And another lady from the summit too. Three like the Golden Girls.
Yes.
We love it. We totally support that Golden Girls lifestyle. Get you some friends and move in, right?
Yeah. Have a good time.
Okay, so which one of the Golden Girls are you, Sandra?
I don't know. I'm the sassy one. Who was the one? Was it Rue McClellan? Was it Rue McClellan? Is that her name?
McClanahan.
Yes.
Yeah. Was she the sassy one? Who was the sassy one?
Sassy one with the men's? Is that you? Oh, okay.
I had a life.
Right.
Live.
Okay.
Live.
Playa.
So you said you retired. What do you mean by retired? What does that mean?
I retired. You know, I taught for almost 30 years. The pandemic, well, the panty came, and I was like, no, I will not be going back into a classroom. I will not. I will be buying a ticket to Mexico though. And when I told my principal that I was thinking of not even thinking, I told her, I announced my retirement. She told me right in my face, she said, you aren't going anywhere. I was like, ooh, you don't know me very well. And you definitely don't know my tribe.
Listen.
And yeah, she told me, you won't be going. You're not leaving. There's no way that you'll be prepared to. So, okay. Hold that thought.
Okay.
You're going to need a new third grade teacher.
So wait, it was September. So were you already in the classroom teaching or were you already teaching for that year?
Yeah, the year had started, but when the pandemic hit, we were remote.
Right.
So I definitely wasn't going back into a classroom after that. I did my time. 30 years is enough of anything. Really, it is.
Okay, so I want to touch on this a bit because we do get a lot of teachers who are like, ooh, I can't go until the school year is over. But you said, I have an idea.
Listen,
I
was literally telling the children I was going to the beach. I knew this. I knew that I wasn't going to teach until 60. I wasn't going to do the 30 year. Sorry, folks. Sorry. 30 years is really enough of anything. And so I knew, and I also knew that I wanted to travel. And so I would tell the kids, like trying to prep them, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here. And my boss actually told me to not tell the children, stop telling them you're going to the beach. Well, I'm telling them the truth. I'm going.
You don't have to tell them then, right? Like
somebody gonna have to break it to them because I'm gonna be in Playa del Carmen at the beach. Somebody has to break it to them. Yes,
I've heard of some teachers leaving during the school year. Like, when you have to go, you got to go.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
I think it's rarer than teachers who are like, maybe over the summer I can take a break, or maybe when the school year is over, I can finally leave. So
no.
And
when your body says it's time to go, when your clock says, when everything around you aligns and says it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah.
The children will be fine, but I get that. I mean, because, over the course of 30 years, I would have never left. I mean, just to do some gallivanting or to just travel, I would have never left a classroom in the middle of the school year. But, honestly, the virus and the pandemic, it was a perfect break for me because we were already away. It
Yeah.
made it so much easier for me to just go ahead and turn in my retirement papers and just go out and live my fabulous life. No, I was over it. I'm sorry. I was over it. I love the children. The children were always wonderful. But, the adults and the politics and all of the other things, I'm good. I'm good without that.
So you heard about Exodus Summit somehow, and you ended up there in September. Did you already have some sort of plan in place? Did you already have some sort of idea about going abroad? Did you even want to move abroad before?
I had tried it before. I had gone out the year before. I put my house on the market the year before. Listen, ladies, I tried it without y'all, and it failed miserably because I went out. I was so not prepared. You don't know what you don't know until you get there. So I had put my house on the market, even got an offer on the house. People thought I was crazy because the house was almost sold. And I will get to that. But I wound up pulling the house off the market. I sold it actually a year later, y'all, for $50,000 more dollars. Can you believe it? I know. So no, I had been thinking about leaving teaching. I knew that. I knew the time was coming. And I knew I wanted to travel. So I was going to teach English abroad. So my first assignment was in Alicante, Spain. So I bounced over in January or so to take this teaching assignment. And when I got there, they were in full lockdown. So I didn't get a chance to do any teaching, but I sure enjoyed Spain for 3 months. I had a great time on the beach.
Which January was this? Was this January 2021?
This
Or
was
2022?
It was either no. It was either January 2020 or 2021.
Okay, so it was pre-summit. So you didn't. This wasn't during your Playa time that you bounced to.
No. That was my first attempt at living abroad. I had done that before I was even aware of ExodUS Summit. So when I got back, I came back 3 months later. I went to Spain in January. I came back in March. And I knew that didn't work. That wasn't going to work for me. There was no community there. That was what I was missing.
Mm-hmm.
The place was beautiful. It was very affordable. It was all those things that we look for when you're relocating overseas. It was walkable. It was affordable. It was beautiful. It suited my needs in that way. But there was nobody over there that looked like me. They were hours away. So, that didn't work. But when I came back home, I started to research, what would be my next step. And that's just going through YouTube. I came across one of Stephanie's videos, and that was it. I was hooked. And so I just started watching everything, just consuming. It didn't matter who it was.
Uh-oh, we lost your sound, Sandra.
Okay. No.
Mm-mm. Let's see. No, it just dipped out. Like it just cut off. It was like, that's the haters. That's your job, your old job. Like, we don't need any more teachers knowing how easily Sandra quit. I don't know. Maybe I think you want to try leaving and coming right back. That's my solution. Like, that's as much tech support as I can give you.
She decided to leave and come right back.
Oh, the tech support I can give you. So if you're here in the chat, we know that a lot of people are leaving healthcare, social services, education. It's, if you've had enough, you've had enough. We have some sessions in Exodus Summit that can help you make that transition, whether it's retirement, right? If you just need to look at your money and say, do I have enough to retire? Adelia's session in Exodus Summit will help you with that. Her session is putting a dollar figure on your dreams, right? Or something like that. How much does it cost? How much does your dream life, how much will it cost you? Right. And some of you have it and you just don't know it yet because you haven't run the numbers. And then we have some sessions on teaching your thing online. So maybe what you want to do is teach it online, whether it's what you teach in the classroom or just something that you're totally into. Today, I watched a video on how to turn leggings into a head wrap. And now you see me here today with leggings on my head, right?
Yes, people saying that your head wrap is fire. I saw that in the comments. They love it.
Thank you.
Go ahead, girl.
These are Old Navy leggings, right? So, yeah, so we have teacher Jade coming in to Exodus Summit 2022, teaching how to teach your thing online. And so I think for teachers, for people leaving the social services or people in the social services, for people in healthcare, Black women, these will be really helpful sessions along with any of the others, You may want to do something totally different. You may want to do something that is tangentially related to what you already do. You may want to mix some things together. If you go to ExodusSummit.com, you will see the sessions that we have. You'll see the schedule. And you'll be able, Rashida, she's back. She's going to try it again. If you go to ExodusSummit.com, you'll be able to see the schedule and see the sessions that we're offering and the sessions that we have Black women coming in to teach. And they're teaching like how to make money doing the thing, not just like, oh, teaching online is wonderful, you should do it. But like, here's how you get started teaching your thing and making money. Yeah. So go ahead and go to ExodusSummit.com and get your tickets. Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay, so you went to Spain, you came back, you realized it wasn't for you.
Nope.
What?
I love Spain. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite places. I love Barcelona. It's just not a place I could see myself living then because I really needed to have sisters. Mm-hmm. It was, it's one of the things I really wanted. I'd raised children. I raised a couple husbands, even some pets, but I wanted to have this time for me. And I wanted to nurture relationships, meaningful relationships. Mm-hmm. And I was able to do that, once I connected with, again, like-minded women. It matters. It matters.
It does matter. It's so good to see you prioritize that because some women would have said, oh, well, I like Spain and I'm here. It doesn't fill all of my needs or not even half maybe, but it's better than where I was. So I'm just going to stay here in this situation and still be lacking this thing that I really crave. So I'm really glad to hear you say that you not only had a list of priorities, but that you lived them out, that you decided that you were going to put them into practice. Yeah. And man, don't you have a community?
I love it. It is like no other. I grew up with just one sister. So, I always wanted a big family. I always wanted the noise and the bustle and that feeling of, there's always somebody around. When I tell you I have that in spades here, I have it in spades. And I mean, just wonderful women from all over.
Mm-hmm. Y'all try to steal my mommy and let her join your cult. Y'all try to snatch her up.
We almost had her too.
Almost had her.
Once that Merida heat kicks in, look, I got a bedroom prepared. I promise.
Listen, she could be a golden girl. She's ready.
She could.
She's ready.
I promise you. That's all we're doing. We're doing nothing but sitting by the pool. Maybe a mimosa. That's it. Maybe a mimosa. Good, clean fun.
Good.
Your mom was so much fun. We had such a good time with her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a rowdy one.
That's the thing. Like y'all have fun with her when you don't have to like corral her. Mm-hmm. When you spend a lifetime corralling her and trying to make sure the fun doesn't go overboard. That's just like, she's fun.
We let her run with it. We had so much fun at Akmal. That was the day we went to swim with the turtles. So it was just wonderful.
Y'all, I really was like, okay, you guys said you were going to meet me at dinner at this time. It's like 20 minutes to this time. And I haven't heard from any of you all day. Like you have my mom and she's no longer responding to my mom went to Playa, y'all, with this group of women and was like, my phone works, but I'm choosing not to use it. I sent her a text like, hey, are you guys back? Because I was out doing something. She was doing something. Are you around?
Chuck the phones. We chuck our phones down here. Who's checking phones when you're at Akmal Beach swimming with turtles?
With turtles, drinking the alcohol on the beach and meeting men's and stuff. I was like,
just another Tuesday.
just another Tuesday. But y'all, if you all go to Playa, these ladies will snatch you up in the crew real quick and try to keep you there. Just a word of warning. That's a strong community. That's one of the stronger communities that I'm aware of, is the Playa, like the women in the Playa community.
So but you know that all started with you guys. That started out of the accountability group. Listen, I promise you that was the first group that I was aware of. I don't know if you did accountability groups the first year, but that second year, it was myself, Sonia, Kayla, Tara, and I want to say Tam joined us a few days later, but the four of us were there from the very first day. Do you know all four of us wound up right here in Playa del Carmen? I cannot tell you enough how important it is to connect. Those ladies, Kayla adopted me from the beginning. It was hilarious. She would keep me on track for meetings. She just wouldn't let me fall through the cracks. I didn't even realize how important and how helpful she was being. But she was just a doll from the beginning. And we still are close, all of us. And we're all still, Kayla will be back in the fall. So we'll have a little reunion when she gets back here in the fall. We'll all be back and flying together.
That's really nice. I think that it's hard to overestimate the value of the accountability groups. And one of the things when I talked to Sonia about this, one of the things we talked about is how just like attending the summit isn't enough, joining the accountability group isn't enough either. Like you actually have to show up to be held accountable, right? Like you have to say, like, tell the people what you want so they can help you make it happen, right?
Yes.
They need to know what your goals are so they can say, oh, you haven't come to a meeting lately. Are you still doing this?
Yes.
You have been looking at all the things you guys did are the things you need to do when you want to make a big move like this. Community is the thing that gets you over the hump, which is why we're ever since last year when we did accountability groups, we're like, oh, this is the way. Like we didn't know that the first year. Yeah. We know that now. Accountability, the women who were in accountability groups are the women who've made the most progress.
We got out the door. We got out the door.
You did.
Quickly. They were all here with me too. Wait a minute. Listen, I wasn't here alone. When I got here in November, they trickled in right behind me. I mean, we were like flying in every month. There was somebody else coming in from the accountability group. So in total, I want to say that there were maybe between 5 and 7 of us from that very first PDC accountability group that actually made it here and have, just been bopping around and doing all kind of great things.
Yeah, Kayla got there over the winter. I know she got there sometime in the winter time, and I'm here now.
And Tosh Patterson too. Do you guys? You Tosh is here. Yeah, it's a great group of ladies down here. So if you're thinking about Mexico and you love beaches and you like margaritas, you might want to look us up. We're here.
Listen, they are there. And I love knowing that you guys have always been so centered on your community, right? It wasn't like, oh, I got down there and I never hear from so-and-so anymore, right? Like she's here, but I don't really know what she's doing. You're like, no, these are my people, right? Like these are the people that you're chosen family with.
These are our emergency contacts. I cannot tell you how vital it is, not just to have the accountability group to get you out the door, but once you arrive in this new place, and as easy as Playa del Carmen is, we say that it's like expatting with training wheels down here, because you don't need a lot to assimilate. You can, you don't need a lot of Spanish. But once you get here, the benefit now is that you're not with strangers. You're with those same women that you've gotten to know over the course of the year or whatever time you've spent with them. And then when you get here, they're right there with you. And the beauty, I guess, of this second roll through is that the women that, if they wind up here in Playa del Carmen after us, we've done most of the legwork. We have our WhatsApp group is so lit, y'all. It is so lit. Yes, whatever you need. You need a nail tech, no problem. You need your brows done, we got
Let me tell you, I don't know
water, groceries. If you need it, someone's already got it for you. So anyone coming after us, I think that's the beauty of building on this year after year. It just gets easier, and we can even help. Like if someone's starting a accountability group now, it might be beneficial to ask some of the ladies who did one before, like what were some things that worked and some things, because there were some things that didn't work, but far more things that did.
That's right.
I'm a little bitter because I tried to get in y'all's WhatsApp group, and I was given the Mexican no. The like, oh, we'll see. I don't know if it's still.
Is she moving here? Does she live here?
I got a little bit of like, you're just coming to visit. I was like, oh, okay. They started the group with the summit. Now they won't let me in.
It's a tight group.
I don't like it. No, but like, I love that for you guys. I love that for you. I love that you get to create this experience and that you're also welcoming to new people. One of the changes we've made about accountability groups this year is that the accountability group session is for all access pass holders only. So we can make the group a little bit smaller. So if you want to have a say in the direction of the accountability group from the beginning, before all the things are decided, like who leads it, what's going on, how are you meeting, etc., it'd be really great to have an all access pass and to come to that session, because that's when it's going to happen. After that, the accountability group leaders will hopefully post in the Facebook group about the details so that everyone can join the groups they want to join. But the leadership and everything is going to be decided in that accountability group session, which is on Monday, October 10th at something p.m. Irrelevant. You come and do it all, right? It's irrelevant. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And so keep in mind, that is a very good reason to get it on. I know there's some people who were like, I was just going to show up to the group anyway, see how things were going. And then I know there are some of y'all who are like, if I'm going to join the group, I need to say in the direction of the group. Some of y'all are like that. Call yourselves out, please. I want to know what your signs are. I do. Because I am very much an accountability group person of like, whatever y'all decide, it's fine. Just tell me, right? But some of y'all need some input. If you need the input, the accountability group session and the way it's going to be set up, you're going to be in one accountability group for the whole time, I believe, right? Like you can't run two groups.
No. Oh no.
No. You got to pick one and go to that group, work it out. You can join in the Facebook group later on, as many groups as you want.
Yes.
But don't.
That's right. Don't run yourself. Listen, somebody out here is right now planning on how she can run herself ragged through accountability groups. That's not what it's about. Rashida and I are not running accountability groups because we don't have the bandwidth to do it.
We will not be there.
So, take a lesson. Yeah, but the accountability groups this year will be tied to the money, because the summit this year is about the money.
Yes.
Right. Last year was more about choosing destinations. Our speakers talked about the different destinations that they had moved to or taken a sabbatical to. This year, our speakers are coming in to talk about money, right? And so the accountability groups this year will be directly related to different money generating activities based on the sessions.
The attendees will be running this group. Don't expect to see Stephanie or I or any of the speakers in this group. This is your thing. You're going to get the information. You're going to figure out what group you want to join, and you guys are going to get together and figure it out. You can work collectively. On Sunday, Stephanie and I are getting together on my channel to talk about working collectively in collaboration. Stephanie doesn't know what we're talking about yet. She knows we're talking. She doesn't know what we're talking about. But we're talking about the value of collaboration in making your business work. That's what we're talking about, Stephanie. I know. Because collaborating with people can really take you a lot further. So when you're in these groups, that's something to think about too. Is there someone that you like working with that you can maybe do something with or do a part of your thing with, right? Or really feel like you can freely share information, which is what I want you all. I want you all to feel like you can get in these groups and freely share information, because there's enough space for all of us to eat, right? Like there's enough cake for all of us to eat, right? Mm-hmm. So I want you to get in there and freely feel like you can freely share information and maybe find a business partner, maybe find someone else, maybe someone you can work with a project on. One of our speakers, Minnie, talking about the feet, the toes, when we asked her, like, how do you get put on? She was like, other women in the industry tell their people to go check you out.
Yes.
Right? Like, and that is something of value in any industry you're in, that there are other people working in that space who can vouch for you and say, oh yeah, check her out. Like, I do it, but she does it differently. And it sounds like you wanted how she does it. So go talk to her, right? Right. So there's lots of value in that. And I want you to take more from the accountability groups than how do I put myself on, right? Like,
Yeah.
I want more from the group than how do I create my business? And a lot of times, if we're all moving to the same space, right? We're all moving to the same city. It feels like, oh, there's more of enough room for all of us. But if we're all trying to create the same business model, that can be a place where scarcity kicks in. And I'm inviting you all to be really generous and think about abundance, not lack, right? Like, think about how, like, if you get a great tip, share it in the group. If you hear some information that you find valuable, you bring it back to your sisters, and so that you can all live abundantly.
Yes.
And there's not, like, you don't feel like you're in competition.
That's important.
Yes.
So the accountability groups are going to be the thing that propel you. And so I really want you to, if y'all are more than 2 accountability groups, y'all doing too much. I'm gonna tell you.
That's right.
I would say 1, but I'm gonna let you do a little dibble dabble in another one and not judge you.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear any of y'all are like in 3 or 4, I'm gonna call you out in a video. Like, it's not. What are you doing?
It's true.
If you're in more than 2, because you can't run more than, like, if you have a job right now, or like if you're making money right now, adding more than 2 business ideas at the same time,
You're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't, well, I mean, I was fairly busy, but just like everyone else, I could not imagine having split my attention, and really do it with any integrity between, the Mazatlan and the PTC. And no, I just, and I want to say this too, the value, I think you said it, Rashida, it's not even so much that you will focus on the business part. I'm telling you, it's the relationships. It's the relationship that carries you through. The ideas will come, but it's those relationships that you make in the networking, the sisterhood. That thing is priceless. It's priceless. You can't put a price tag on it, because in the middle of the night, when your business isn't working or whatever it is that has your angst, that thing ain't gonna answer the phone. Your sister's gonna answer the phone. Sonia's gonna pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Tara's going to be the one that picks you up and dries your tears. So I can't tell you enough. Please don't miss it. If it's out there, you guys pick wisely, pick with your heart,
Mm-hmm.
and follow your heart, and really put yourself in the space and allow yourself an opportunity. I promise you, the things will come and fall into place if you nurture those relationships and get in those spaces. It's such synergy. It's such a beautiful thing. I tell you.
Sandra, let's talk about things falling into place for you, because now that you're retired, and now that you're retired in Mexico, you're doing some new things in your life. What new things do you want to tell us?
Stephanie, just recently I finished up your YouTube challenge. Who would have ever thunk it? You all, I really do. I've always been like afraid to speak publicly, or I always had anxiety about it. And usually when I have anxiety or fear something, I try to take that thing head on. I was afraid of heights. I'd jump off of all the high things. I'd jump out of whatever. I'll jump off of it. I'm not afraid of heights anymore. I couldn't swim. Y'all, I swam with the turtles. So I like facing fears. And one of them was public speaking. I'm anxious right now, but I promise you, Stephanie was so gentle. I can't believe you got me through that thing in 5 days. I sweated every day, but I finally got through. I did it, and I got through with my YouTube channel. It's called From Lack to Legacy. And it focuses on just what we're talking about, an abundant mindset. Because if you have this scarcity mindset, you're going to miss out. You're just going to strangle yourself and strangle off opportunities because you've already more or less said in your head, it can't happen for me, or it's for someone else outside of me. And none of that is true. It couldn't be further from the truth. This journey, just being with my sisters and taking these leaps, it has taught me so much about abundance, you all. We have it all. We have everything we need. You have your sisters. You have everything. You have the ideas. The money is there too. And Stephanie will show you all how to get to the bag, how to get to the money. It's there. If this is your dream, nothing should be able to stop you from achieving it. If you follow the Exodus plan, you'll be fine.
Tell us about From Lack to Legacy. I'm about to link to your video in the link to your channel in the description. But tell us about From Lack to Legacy and how, because you're doing something that we're going to talk about in the summit.
Yes.
Tell us how this started. How did this become your thing?
Well, because I'm retired, you guys, I haven't really even applied for my pension. God has been so good to me. Money hasn't really been an issue for me.
Oh, okay.
I know, go figure. But
real
I have this figure in my mind of what kind of money I like to have as a cook. And so because I'm not working and I'm not taking my pension, I started watching my bank account numbers kind of dripping. I'm like, wait a minute, the numbers are coming down here. So I didn't want to work. I figured, well, what can I do to generate some income? And I've always invested. I've always invested in stocks, but I wasn't sure about options. I've always done stocks and bonds. Those are easy. Okay. But I recently got interested and introduced to trading options. So while I was here, I worked with Yolanda. You had her on recently. She's a life coach, and she just kind of helped me get really clear about what I wanted to do in retirement. I knew I didn't want to work ever again for anybody. And so she just worked with me over the course of 6 weeks, and we got a plan together. I started class. I learned to trade options, you guys, and I have been trading and making money. Can you believe it? 6 months ago, I didn't even know what an option was. I took the class, I promise you. And so today, I usually get up in the morning. I scalp. I get up early in the morning when the market opens. I grab my cash off the table. I'm done for the day. If I do really well, I don't go back in the afternoon. If I really do well in the morning, I don't trade in the afternoon. Sometimes I trade morning and then a session in the afternoon, but that's it. The rest of the day and time is mine. I can do that from the beach. I can trade in a car. I can, wherever there's an internet connection, I can work and generate income. And who knew? A year ago, I knew none of this. A year ago, I was sitting in Chicago stressed out with you all don't want to know the truth. I had a loaded 9mm. Everybody knows. I was a good shot too, but I was afraid. I was full of fear and it was the total opposite of what I am living today. And it all happened, by chance, stumbling on Exodus Summit.
You're down there. Nobody believes that you're over 30 years old, looking at your face. Get money. You ain't worried about money. Your life is good. You're glowing. That humidity's just making it top.
You can do it. A year ago, I was a stressed teacher. 2 years ago, I was a stressed teacher. Seriously. Not sure what I was going to do. I promise you, the pandemic gave me a chance to catch my breath and line up with my tribe. And once I found my tribe, we were off to the races. It can happen for you. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what the money looks like. You might not be able to see it today. I promise you, if you set the intention and start moving your feet, it'll happen. And line up with these women. They'll help get you there.
Okay, so real quick, because Jolyn GC is coming to the summit to talk about trading, but you did not take your class through her.
No, I actually took a class through Modern Black Girl, and then I took classes through TD Ameritrade and Fidelity.
Okay, were the Fidelity classes and the TD Ameritrade classes paid classes, or were they free classes?
These classes are all free, and this is what I focus on my channel. I can tell you where all the free resources are, where all the free classes are, YouTube videos.
Subscribe.
If you want to learn to trade options, honestly, I had never traded an option before. And this morning, I can tell y'all, I cleared about 450 this morning, you guys.
So
It took less than 15 minutes.
450 what?
Dollars, USD.
that's
In less than 30 minutes. It's crazy.
I was actually going to ask that as my next question. On average, how much are you making a day? And how much time does that take?
Scalping doesn't take long. Day trading doesn't take long. Generally, day traders are out before 11:30. If you are there but beyond 11:30, you're doing something wrong. You shouldn't be there all day. Generally, I trade in the morning for the first maybe an hour, and then I come back at 2 o'clock for 2 and 3. We call that power hour. I come back for that hour at the end of the day if I want to. So I can't give you like an average because it really just depends on the market and if I'm smart that day, if I'm patient, and if I've planned well. It's usually pretty fruitful. The market now, I'm telling you, this is the best time. Millionaires are being made right now, you guys.
Okay, so you did not have experience trading options.
No.
You're now making, I'm so shocked that you're not getting your pension money.
No.
So you're fully supporting yourself with trading?
No, actually, I sold my house and I had savings. I had some things. I was pretty smart with my money.
Good.
Sold the house, sold the car, sold everything in it. So that was a nice little lump sum of change. And so there's a figure that I like to keep. There's a number. I don't like for it to go any lower. Okay. And so that's what I do with the money for trading. I just try to make sure that I maintain these accounts, that I'm not dipping below my cushion.
But that means that your living expenses are being covered by your trading money, right? Like, if you're not going down below your cushion, like you're replenishing your living expenses with this trading money.
Yeah, it fluctuates. Now, sometimes I dip in, but I don't go, there's a set number and I won't go lower than that. Yeah, I trade and I can make pretty good money. Yeah.
Can you tell us what your cost of living in Playa, how your cost of living in Playa compares to what it was for you in Chicago?
I just moved into another place. So this is because the first time we talked, I was in a very, I guess, cost-efficient apartment. It was $1,000. That was easy. Okay. Well, I moved to Playa Car. I've been trade has been good to me. I moved to Playa Car, which is really nice. It's a gated community with several pools, and I have a golf cart. They take me to the gate. I have a bike. I tool around Playa Car. There's no traffic. So yeah, trading's been good. My expenses though did go up when I made the move. It's a little pricier. I couldn't get over here for $1,000, but it's still less. It's way less than what I was paying in the States. My rent now here is about what my mortgage and my car note would have been together. So I'm still coming out miles ahead.
Okay. I see a lot of questions about trading in the comments, and we definitely have someone coming. So subscribe to Sandra's channel, and you can get all her resources there. But Jolyn is coming to talk to us on the 9th at sometime at 7 p.m. Eastern time to talk about not just trading, because I think you can learn to trade probably anywhere. That might be an exaggeration, but I don't know.
No, you can't.
She's talking about how to create a trading plan that works with your lifestyles and your goals, right? Like, how do you create a trade? Not just go in there, like Sandra said, sometimes you go in there, you're just like, see what happens, right? Like, but to create a plan that supports the life you want to have, right? Jolyn she's the
queen of leisure.
Yes. And she has created a life for herself where she centers leisure while also trading. And I know that for a lot of people, Stephanie being one of those people, when she hears day trading, it sounds like a lot of work. Yeah. It sounds like a job. Mm-hmm. So I tried to bring trading to the table as a session here, and Stephanie was like, I don't.
That sounds like a job.
Mm-hmm. Stephanie was like, I don't.
You do it in your PJs. You do it at your house with a cup of tea by the pool. I promise you, and if the more skilled you are, you really can get in and get out. I think that's the whole idea behind scalping and day trading, is that you're in and out, not there all day.
Yes. So you can learn all about it from Joel, and how to not just like trade the way Fidelity is going to teach you to trade, but how to create a plan that centers your best life, right? How to create a plan that pays you and feels good for like your time and your energy. So I'm super excited about that session.
Yes.
Me too. You know, that was the first one I signed up for, right?
Yes.
Speaking of signing up, I added something new this week. I'm hoping I think it's going to work. It is going to work. It is going to work. I'm claiming it. We're giving away a copy of our speakers, but mine's on the couch, Steph. Do you have
it? I got it.
Cashing out at every session. There are, listen, as I understand it, I'm saying words that our summit hosting provider is telling us on the website. I have learned, but not all the things are true. But the way I understand it, there are 2 ways to win during each session. Sign up for it in advance and attend live. That's double your chance of winning, or better than 0, right? So those are the 2 ways to win: sign up for the session or attend live. 2 different ways to win. So in every single one of the sessions, someone will win a book. Catching out. Now, we're not going to know who wins until 24 hours after the session. So don't be calling me. Get off. First of all, Stephanie, if it deals with giving stuff away, Stephanie don't want no part of it. Stephanie wants no part of it. So it goes to me, and y'all know I will not have you. I will not let you stress me out. So after each session, don't be like, well, who won the book, Rashida? Because I don't know. Because the system, we're not choosing. We're not selecting. The system chooses themselves. It does something in the background. Boop, boop. And it puts out a name for us 24 hours later.
Yes.
It says it does, and I'd like to believe it's true. We'll find out 24 hours after the event.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. You'll get an email. My understanding is you'll get an email if you win, and then we will ask you for information. If you get the email, just chill. You ain't got to respond to us. You ain't got to do nothing. We know who the winners are. We got you. So there are 25 chances to win that book.
Yes.
One in every session, and then some extra ones during her keynote. Kirsten's keynote is Friday. I was going to say Sunday. Friday at 6 p.m. So Eastern time. Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be giving away a few more of her books then. But speaking of a giveaway, I'm surprising Stephanie. She don't know this is happening. Happy face. Happy face. Happy face. All right. If you do not have a ticket to the summit, you can win a weekend pass right now. If you have a ticket, we're not refunding you. And it's not transferable. So don't play the game. If you already have a ticket, don't play the game. Please, I beg you. Because you're going to be real mad when you're like, but I already bought a ticket. No. If you already have a ticket, you're not eligible. This is for people who don't have a ticket. Y'all never listen to me, but I mean it. Sandra is going to pick a number between 1 and 100 and not tell anybody. She's going to write it can you write it in the chat? Can you write in the chat, Sandra?
Yep.
Okay. She's going to write it in the private chat. She's going to write her number. I'm not looking at it. Stephanie's not looking at it. Sandra's just writing a number right now between 1 and 100. If you do not have a ticket, you're subscribed to this channel. You really, really want to come to Exodus Summit. You are a Black woman. Write a number between 1 and 100 in the comments right now. But this only works if you're live.
Okay, listen, this is not a free ticket. This is a donated ticket that someone has paid for. And the reason I'm not a big fan of the free ticket situation is that people see it as a free ticket and then don't use it. Okay. And then you've taken up a spot from someone else who would come and would use it. Okay. Yeah. This is not a free ticket. This is a ticket that someone has paid us for. Black women, you guys, okay? You guys have pulled money together to pay for tickets for other Black women who would not otherwise be able to attend Exodus Summit. So Please understand this. This is not a, oh, I want it, it's valueless, I'm not showing up, I'm not using it.
This is real money.
This is real money that someone has bought. Someone is buying this ticket for you so that you can attend, because they think that otherwise you would not be able to attend Exodus Summit and get all this good glow that Sandra now has. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
If you are, I am, okay, so I see people asking about playing for the upgrade. Y'all don't listen. I said if you don't have a ticket, you can get a ticket. I see y'all in the chat. I'm making notes of who that was. All right, I'm going to look at her number right now. Okay. This is, I can't tell if that's Layla or Laila. Either way, that's the last person.
Okay.
Wait, no, CM Stu just came through. CM Stu is our last person. After that, we have other opportunities for you to win.
Yeah.
But that's it for right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, I see her number. Let's see who was the closest.
Wait, let me put my number in.
Where are you putting a number? Oh. You're not invited to the summit.
Oh.
All right. Oh, we have one exact number so far. Y'all see it?
Oh, are we looking? I didn't know we were also looking. I was just.
I see how she leaves me to do all. What if it's a giveaway? Stephanie does so much.
I don't do it.
Stephanie does so much. When it comes to giveaways, she's like, I ain't in it. I ain't in it. Absolutely not. All right. The exact number match. Do you see it, Steph?
I do.
Okay. So you can announce it.
Is it Carmen Brown?
It's Carmen Brown.
Okay, Carmen Brown. Congratulations.
Carmen Brown, can someone who's in the family win?
Sure.
Okay. All right. She's not related. She's not actually related.
Congratulations, Carmen.
At first, I was like, I know that name. Why do I know that name? I was like, oh, I know that name. Yes. Carmen, you want a ticket?
Yes, Carmen was with us in Cancun.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Cool.
We can. Okay. Anybody who wins at any time, except for if it's the process through the system. If you win on a video like this, the way to collect is to email us at hello@exodussummit.com.
Yeah.
So Carmen, email us at hello@exodussummit.com. We will remember you, but just in case we forget you and you want that ticket, go ahead and email us and we'll get you that weekend pass.
Yes. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations. We'll see you in the summit. All right.
Yes.
Friends, y'all have given generously. We do have some tickets. Now, Rashida and I, as she said, we go live on Sunday and we'll be giving, we can say that, right? We'll be giving away some tickets on Sunday. So make sure that you are right now, you can go over and subscribe to Rashida's channel, because this is not where we'll be live on Sunday. So right now, if you want, you can leave us for a second, go and subscribe on Rashida's channel, Sheeta's on the Loose, so that you can be there Sunday, where we're also giving away some tickets.
Yes. Yes. All right. Y'all, did you see how Stephanie rolled her eyes when I said we're doing a giveaway?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not my favorite thing that we do.
I know.
I love giving away the tickets, but I have a terrible track record with people getting free things from me and just not showing up. And that's somebody, you took somebody else's spot. Somebody else would have loved to do that.
You took somebody else's spot and somebody spent money on you to get this ticket. These are, like Stephanie said, these are not free tickets. These are the women in this group didn't go buy, they got one scoop of ice cream instead of two, right? Like they did not go buy shoes. They gave of themselves generously. They generously gave of themselves so other people who couldn't afford it could attend.
Yeah. And
so if you get a ticket and you can't make it, I'd rather you tell us by Friday evening. That's right. I'd rather you tell us by Friday evening, I'm not going to be able to use this ticket, or I changed my mind, or I've been abducted by aliens, something, than not showing up at all.
Yes.
It's not the feeling that we want when the woman, it's not the feeling our donors want. Like, oh, I gave money and then someone wasted it.
That's right. That's right. But on the flip side, you guys have been super generous. If I drop the Cash App, is that okay?
Oh, you can drop the Cash App.
Asking questions all out loud. My mom does that. She's like, she just whispers things. I'm like, people can still hear you when you're whispering. Like,
Right.
she'll be like,
Yeah.
I do this. Okay. So
Pam said, go ahead.
if you do want to add to the kitty, add to the pot of donated tickets, feel free to Cash App us some dough. It doesn't have to be in any increments, right? So that, right, it doesn't just whatever. We're pooling all of the money together to buy tickets for women.
Yes. And we've gotten the number of, like last year, I think we started accepting donations because someone was like, I want to donate money. We were like, okay, how do we figure this out? What's our PayPal? What's the Cash App? What are we doing? Right. And we kind of figured it out as we went. This year, women knew that we did that last year. So they were like ready to donate before we were ready to accept. And we've gotten so many more donations than I expected. So I was trying to figure out the ticket math the other day. Stephanie was like, it's a lot of tickets.
It's a lot. Who's to do it, right? Like, yes.
It's like, it's a lot of tickets.
We don't have
we will be giving away some upgrades and some all access passes, and we will be giving away some more weekend passes. It's a lot. So there's going to be a process. We will tell you everything on Sunday. Show up. So if you want a ticket, you're part of the family. Show up on Sunday to my channel. She does on the list. Someone said someone didn't get their nails done to give ticket money. I'm like, yeah, that's probably the best like dollar amount. Nails.
Speaking of getting your nails done, Sandra, so how are you living down there in Playa compared to living in Chicago? How's your like your lifestyle? Are you?
Stephanie, I got my eyebrows arched on the beach today. I mean, this is all new next level stuff, y'all. Usually, you do that on a Saturday morning, you run in and run out. No. I was in a little chalet, and I'm telling you, I did them reclined. Who does that? With music and aromatherapy. Everything is just, it's so health centered. I think that's one of the things about PDC too. Everyone is into yoga and health and eating better. And so self-care is really at the forefront. So those kinds of things, where you would just run in and get it done, it would be mundane and just kind of a routine task. Nope, not in PDC. You get a beautiful beach view while you get your brows done. It's just, it's a good life. It's easy.
I'm weirdly having this feeling of being very, very happy for you and also hating at the same time. At the same damn time. Like, I'm like, oh, this is so lovely, but also I'm getting my brows arched on the beach. What's happening?
On the beach.
What's happening? All right. How is the beach there right now, this time of year? Is it nice?
Yeah, it is. We don't have any seaweed now, so the beach is all clear. It's back to the beautiful Caribbean blue and the powder sand. And then personally in my neighborhood, we have like a private beach. It's not the beach with the locals. That beach, it's really gorgeous. Seriously, it doesn't make sense.
I went straight to hating. There's no
come. Just come.
There's no more happy for her. We just went straight to hate. Like,
come to the beach with me when you come. It's gorgeous. It is. It's all of that. So even the humidity is dying down now. So it's really a good time.
All right. I'll take your word for it. All right.
All right. So I'm dropping Rashida's channel in the chat as well, so that you'll know, if you don't already, if you're new. Well,
I am making a list of our ticket giveaways because we haven't done that yet.
And I have my all access pass already. I am poised like this, like, okay, let's get to the good. Let's get to the yum. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Which session are you most excited about?
I definitely want to talk with the lady that is going to be doing the investing talk. I want to talk with the foot pics. I'm definitely getting on that trend. I think I got cute feet. I want to try that. Those are my top picks for sure. Okay. I signed up for Danny's class too. So
did you?
Yeah, I'm interested. I just want to know.
All right. The number one sign up is still Adelia's class about knowing when you have enough money to live your dream life, right? Or like, it's going to be more than that, but that's what we're calling it, right? But it's really talking about like being confident in the money you have, right? Being confident that like you can you can be like Sandra and be like, you know what? You say I can't move to the beach, but I'm moving to the beach, and I don't even need this pension because
Sandra said, "Oh,
I'll start collecting that later.
keep that little money."
I'll come around.
Nothing can stop
Money
me.
ain't gonna change. Like the money will be there for me later.
It'll
It's
be
fine. So retirement for you looks like some trading.
some trading, a lot of bike riding, a
Okay.
lot of pools, a lot of spas, a lot of dinners with my friends. Just, it's all those things that you wish you had time for. You try to squeeze in on the weekend. You try to get away. You try to spend quality time with your family and your friends. Yeah, it's a lot of margaritas. It's a lot of rooftop pools. But honestly, too, it's a lot of catching up with people. And I have time to have slow lunches where we're not all rushing off to some place. We can spend 2 hours and just go for a walk. That was unheard of. I never did those things. I didn't go for a walk just to be walking in the city. I might go to the forest preserve or something to get away, but that wasn't a part of my daily. Now I just bop right outside my door to the pool. I bop around this little cute little neighborhood on a bike, no traffic, or it's just that ease. It's the absence of the stress and those outside factors. Yeah, it's a good life, you guys. And we need it. You need to restore and rejuvenate. You need all that stuff.
And now you're gonna do your Golden Girls thing.
You already know.
What you already have. On top
That's
of
gonna be so funny.
lifestyle that I'm hating, you're gonna do the Golden Girls thing too.
Girl, we're gonna do the Golden Girls thing. Can you believe it? That is going to be a hoot and a holler. We shared a house in Cancun. That was we had a time. I'll just say we had a time.
I heard about that. I heard we didn't get invited. But whatever.
Look, no incriminating evidence. What happens in Cancun stays in Cancun.
I said
We had a good time.
The slow launch thing is it's a funny, there's no, like, people don't even understand how rushed we are until you get someplace else. That, like, for me, it was more about coffee. Leaving the United States and trying to get coffee to go is a challenge, because they're like, why do you need it to go? Just sit down and drink your coffee. Why are you breakfast to go? Who would want breakfast to go? Sit down.
Going to walk and eat. Like, people look at you like you're a monster if you try to like no one's walking down the street like trying to get the fries in the mouth. No, they're like,
no. That is counterintuitive.
Yes.
We don't do that. No. Lunches, breakfast, dinner. And I think you guys are familiar with this too. They won't even bring you the check unless you ask for it. So yeah.
That table
they don't rush you. They don't rush you.
That's your table. When you sit down, that's your table until you leave.
They're like, you here, you eating? Okay, you're just talking, you're doing whatever, which is why a lot of places have these cafe cultures that we're not used to in the US, where you can literally just go to a cafe and sit there all day long and no one cares. I went to the cafe by my house the other day, and a woman sitting by the door, I'm sitting there. She passes by another Spanish-speaking woman who I think was like eating or something, comes to me and she's like, can you watch in Spanish? But I got it. Can you watch myself when I go to the bathroom? And I was like, okay, like you pass every other Spanish speaker in here to ask me, and I'm a seat away. Okay, cool. She goes. And then later on, I'm going, I ask her, she goes again, she asks, and I'm like, we both know the other person, we're not going anywhere, right? Like we are seated for a very long time here, and you're going to need to use the bathroom. And apparently I look trustworthy, right? But like, there's an idea that it's very common to sit in, like, I spent $2 on coffee and sat there for like 4 or 5 hours, and no one cared. There's no one rushing you, no one like cleaning up at your feet, because the whole life in general is less rushed, right? Like all of what you're doing and what everyone's doing is less rushed. There's no one fighting me. You know how you go to some places in the US and like every seat at the coffee shop is taken? It's not it's not like that. It's like everyone kind of, it's just like, it's relaxed. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
But I like it. I'm still hating on your life though.
It supports your soul is what it does, you guys. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, I miles away from where I was, not only in location, but just in mindset, in the way that I move. I don't, Nikki Giovanni said this. She said that she never used an alarm clock. That if you're sleeping and you sleep till noon, you needed that rest. You needed to sleep till noon. So I have kind of adopted that. Some days I sleep right through the trading session. It's okay. They'll be tomorrow. They'll trade again. So I don't worry about those things. I promise you, I don't worry. Nobody should really be worried about money. And I'm so glad you guys are doing this, because if that's the thing that's keeping a sister from leaving a stressful job, a place that doesn't support you, and if that's what's keeping you, it shouldn't be. Because there's enough money and we are talented beyond measure. We can all produce money. That we just don't believe it and we don't know it because nobody has really shown us. But once you get it, I'm telling you, if you can open up your computer and shake it up and down and make money come out, you can do that. You can teach. I love what we're doing, where you're going with it, because everybody has something that they can monetize. Money should not be the reason that makes you or keeps you in the States, particularly in a toxic situation.
That's right. That's right. There's enough. There's enough.
There's enough. There's enough, and you probably need less than you think.
That part.
We're going to talk about that with Adelia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So get your tickets to Exodus Summit. I don't know how much more clear we can be. All right. Get your
Change
tickets.
your life. Change your whole life.
Yes.
Here's the thing. If you're not at a summit, you're going to be mad you weren't. Like, what happened last year is some people didn't buy it live and they bought it afterwards. I'm like, I completely understand if it's a money thing, but if you're just like hemming and hawing about it, right? You're going to be mad you didn't go. When you're watching the replays and you're seeing everybody and all the community, you're going to be mad you weren't there.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
You'll still get the valuable information, but you won't get the same experience. You won't experience it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're really going to be mad too, or angry. We had so much fun in Cancun. I knew all these ladies. I knew their names and faces. I had never met them before. To get all of us together, oh my God. It was like being a kid in a candy store. Like all your cousins at the family reunion. That boat was so lit. Somebody said was it the bougie aunties? The bougie auntie boat? It was so much fun. You don't want to miss out on those opportunities. Building those friendships, staying connected to those women, meeting up priceless.
I took one of the best pictures I've ever taken of Sandra on the boat, drinking from a coconut, right?
And you chased me down to give me that picture too. That was so cool. You made sure I got it. Yeah.
Get a coconut on the boat. You brought it back after lunch?
I brought we were living. Ma'am,
I
brought that coconut right on the boat. Remember before we got on, there was a little bar.
See, I don't remember that. What I remember is you posting from down the street and me going down to go look for all the lost people. I wasn't aware of the bar.
That happened too.
Right? I was trying to round up all of the people who weren't where they were supposed to be. Sandra was like, I'm lost, and showed up with a drink.
No, it's the Caribbean.
We're not Russian. We're not Russian.
We do everything with a coconut or a margarita around here.
Before the boat, right, on Friday, I turned the corner. We were at the meetup on Friday night in an event space with a pool. I turned the corner and Sandra is there and just full of emotion. And I was like, no, nope. I don't want to right now. Thank you.
This was me.
Thank Lord Kathy was there because Kathy took you. I was like, Kathy.
She hugged me like somebody's grandma. I was like, Oh my God, I finally get a face to go with the name. But that was all night long. You
Mhm.
know, we had been in the accountability groups. We had traveled. We are Facebook friends and we follow each other on Instagram and we follow and support each other's YouTube channels. But to be in the room with all that love, just, oh man, I still get chills. It was good. Yeah.
It was good.
And you don't want to miss that.
Mm-mm.
Sign up,
I
please.
know.
You don't want to miss.
Get your people. It was okay. So also for me though, that experience was a little overwhelming because as an introvert, I was like, I can do like one person at a time. I can be really, really keyed into one person at a time. But it was so many of y'all. That Friday night meetup, I was like, it's so many people. But it was like there was so much love. And that's one of the things that I like about every single Exodus experience is like the women who come are coming from a place of love. They're coming from a place of support. They want you to live your best life. They want to live their own best life, but they also want you to live their best life.
Yes.
And so it's really important that we keep that going, which is why this is a protected space, which is why it's for Black women only. It's why we really try to get you like in our kind of like atmosphere before we go straight to event day, because someone is going to show up on event day who's not part of the family, right? And they don't know how we do things. And the rest of you will call them in with love, right? Like someone is going to say something crazy and someone in the audience is going to be like, hey, right? Like, hey. And I know that we don't need to do that, right? Like if someone comes in and isn't coming with the spirit of love and support that we expect of everyone, I know that you guys have enough love and support for everybody, right? And it's one of the things I love about, like, this is why this is my favorite place on the internet. You ladies are my favorite people on the internet because
by far,
I've never had, very rarely, I will say very, very rarely does anyone who's like part of the Exodus family do anything where I'm like, that wasn't coming from a place of love, right? Like it happens, but it's so rare compared to the other places on the internet that I am. It's why I love our Facebook group. It's like, you guys, you bring the best of yourselves. And that's what we want in the summit. When you talk to our speaker, a lot of our speakers don't know you. A lot of our speakers aren't part of the family yet. And we want them to get the best of you. And we want you to get the best of them. And so show up with all the love and support and these women are going to be excellent. Excellent.
Yes. And the speakers were so excited when we talked to them. They were like, oh yeah, I know y'all, right? I've been looking at y'all. I can't wait.
A lot of them were like, I'd never heard of you before, but I Googled. Now that I've Googled, I'm in. They're like, oh no, I saw the community. I saw how y'all like rock. And they're like, had to speak. Couldn't say no, right? And I'm like, okay. And that's you guys. That's the power of you guys being a strong community and one that is powerful throughout the internet. And we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Okay, so Charisma says that she needs I don't know if you can search by name.
Charisma like mommy group.
She said that she needs a 1 month. Within 1 month, she needs to know what we're doing for 2023.
Okay. I thought she needed to know the month and where we were going in 2023.
Oh.
I need to and months so I can plan around it. Probably April. Where we can't say yet, but probably April. I probably shouldn't even say probably April because I'm gonna tell y'all. See, we tell y'all everything we shouldn't tell you anyway. We thought we were going to have something to announce at the summit.
Yeah.
We probably don't have something to announce at the summit. But you know what? We're not gonna kill ourselves, right? Like there's one thing I want you to know about Stephanie and I, and we say it over and over again, and we mean it, and we want you guys to bring the same attitude into your business.
That's right.
We're gonna do what we can do. And the rest of it ain't getting done. Right? Like you could have a well-run summit and find out about 2023 trips later on, or you could have a summit with some holes and find out about the trips now. We're not doing holes. We don't do holes, right? Like y'all gonna get a good summit, and that other project we'll find out later.
We had such a wonderful time meeting you and hanging out with you guys. So we want to do it again. It's not like we don't want to do it. We want to do it.
Yeah. We are. Charisma is really plotting. She's like, where? She got a map out right now. Like, put some pins.
We need to be below this line.
Oh my goodness.
What is happening here?
We'll see. We'll see.
We need some Exodus Sisterhood swag. We have t-shirts and other stuff, which I legit always forget about. We're very bad at selling that stuff. It'll be listed on the website during the summit. It'll be listed because during the summit, there will be an expo. We think there will be an expo where speakers can share their goods, and some of our Exodus things will be there as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Did we have stickers for a while? Did we try to, or did we? Are stickers an option?
I don't remember stickers. The T-shirt that we had one design, and it was like we had it as on a T-shirt and on the those pop sockets. I don't even, do people still use them? And
I think we had stickers.
Maybe.
Or it was an option on Redbubble. Is that what it's called?
Listen, y'all, don't get your hopes up on the merch, okay?
We don't even remember what it is. Like, I don't even have it, right? Like, if I don't know what it is, I don't.
We have t-shirts. We have
t-shirts, yes. Yes. I'll pull that out one day, maybe Sunday. Want to wear matching t-shirts on Sunday?
Oh, okay, yes.
I can do that.
I'm wearing my color, which is yellow. Don't y'all agree?
Y'all see how she does this? She be instigating and acting like, what did I say? What did I say? What did I do? Nothing. I don't even, do I have the yellow shirt? If I do, I'm wearing it, but I know I have the white shirt. What in my color? Sandra, get your girl.
You see, I just want a t-shirt.
Okay.
All right. We will figure out.
We'll figure out where they are, how to get you to them. Because right now, I don't know if we sell them on Amazon or Redbubble or both. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I think we used to sell them on both.
Okay.
I think.
So should we check on Amazon? So should we
don't do anything until we tell you. Don't do anything until we tell you.
Yeah, I know some of you would like to wear your t-shirts for the summit, but I don't I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not our ministry, right? The merch part is not our ministry. We
literally, I don't know if we've ever made any money from selling merch.
Probably, at least your mom has 2 shirts.
Yeah, so but like, where does the money go?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah, we don't know.
The payout. That's right. The money is probably sitting on Amazon, not paying us out.
Yes, probably for like 2 years now. Because it's like, we don't think a lot of people, we're not getting notices that people are buying things.
No.
But I know y'all gonna come through at the summit and buy things. But like, you don't have to, because that's not how we want it. If you want merch, get merch, but that's not how we want you to support us.
That's right.
It's not important to us that you buy merch. One day it might be September 29th, 2022. Mm-hmm. Merch isn't important to us. Mm-hmm. But if you get it and represent, we'd love it.
Okay, Sandra, how did we do? What do anything that you wanted to talk about today we talked about your before life? We talked about you just trying the Exodus, trying to leave before and not really fitting your needs, and you reworked your plan with some help from some people who are taking lots of the credit. Thank you. You're welcome. and now are thriving. You're prospering in Playa del Carmen, not just yourself, but in a community of people. Yeah. So how did we do? What did we not cover?
I think we covered it all. I can't stress enough that if this is your desire, please don't prolong, don't put it off. It wasn't, I mean, I'm special, but y'all, I'm not that special. I did what they said. I promise you. I did all, I tried, it wasn't perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Stephanie, you all have freed me. So, I mean, I think you said something to me during the YouTube challenge thing, which was, practice out loud, practice in front of people. It's okay. Just being with people who tell you that it's okay to be. Just be.
Yes.
Just be. That's enough. That is, I don't know who doesn't need to. Every Black woman in America needs to hear that.
Yes.
It's enough. You're enough. Don't do anything else. Stop overdoing, because that's what we do. So no, I think we covered it all. If you walk away with anything, it's please join an accountability group. I promise you, it's what got me over the hump. They came for me. I was in the accountability group. I was that girl. I was in the group and I was connected, but I didn't keep up with the doggone meeting. I didn't know. If it wasn't for Kayla and Sonia, those ladies very gently would just send me a little reminder, like, where are you? You should be here. And it's those things. So please make sure you get your all access pass. You don't want to miss a thing. And make sure that you take advantage of those groups and network with these wonderful, like-minded women who will get you there. They'll get you over the hump.
Yes. Yes. Use this. This is here for you. So use it. If you are already in the Exodus Summit ticket holders only Facebook community, hold off. Okay. So after this session, y'all going to start making a bunch of posts about accountability groups. Hold off. Okay. Wait until the summit. We're going to start accountability groups during the summit. Okay. All right. I know. Somebody's probably typing right now. Okay. Hold off. We're not going to do them. We're not going to get started now. You really need to be in the sessions first to make sure that this is a thing that you want before you jump into an accountability group, right? Make sure that this is something that you want to work towards.
And I know that some of you want accountability groups that are not related to the topic of the summit. Hold off on those also until after the summit.
That's right.
I've seen some, I want to go hear groups. What about moms? What about fam? I hear you. Hold off until after the summit. Child, the summit's like a week.
Girl.
Oh, speaking of a week, the price goes up on Saturday morning. Don't play yourself.
Very important.
Don't play yourself. The price for both tickets goes up on Saturday morning.
Okay.
I've told you we're going to give away tickets, but we're not giving away tickets till Sunday. So you don't know whether you're going to win a ticket or not. If you have the money,
yes,
to either upgrade at the price or get your weekend pass at the price it is now, do it now.
That's right.
Don't wait. Because if you wait because you might win a ticket and then you don't win a ticket, who are you going to be mad at? Probably me, but I didn't do that.
And then you're going to be stuck paying the stranger price, okay? Don't pay the stranger price. This is
we had a lot of new stranger friends this week because of the Essence article.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that. You guys look so good. I saw that.
Thank you.
Everybody got a chance. Did everybody get a chance to read? Did you share the link? We got a chance.
Shared the link. Yes. And everyone, if you could share the link in your own communities, we really appreciate it, because we really want, what we hear every year is after the summit, people say like, oh, I wish I knew about it then. So we want everyone to spread the word as far as they can so that their communities know about it. So your people aren't coming to you months later like, how come you ain't tell me about this? How come you tell me? And I'm guilty of it too. Like, I feel like I talk about Exodus Summit all the time, but I talk about Exodus Summit all the time in this group. The very first year we did it, a woman sent me the link to Exodus Summit and was like, I think you'd be interested in this. And I was like, actually, I am. Actually, I'm very interested in this summit. But yeah, because I feel like even though we feel like we talk about it all the time, we tend to talk about it in these circles with our people. So wherever you can, talk out of the circle about it to other Black women in your life, not outside of that, right? Like to other Black women in your life, talk about it so that they know that this is an opportunity for them too.
That's right. That's right. A couple of questions about the summit. I saw a question earlier about our sessions overlapping. No overlapping sessions. The schedule is on ExodusSummit.com. If you click on schedule at the top, you'll see one at a time. And then something about the all access pass just flashed by.
Yes, do they need to sign up? But this is for all access pass and weekend passes. You do not need to be signed up for any sessions to attend the session. If you sign up, you have a better chance of winning the book we're giving away, I think. But don't sign up just to win a book, right? Like if you're not gonna go, don't sign up. But you don't have to be signed up for anything to actually, not even the like happy hours. Right? That's actually a good thing for us to talk about right now, to differentiate between what's all access before the price goes up, what's all access and what's weekend passes. So I'm going to pull up the website because every single time we forget something. Okay. So Stephanie, why don't you start with what's what?
All right. So if you have the weekend pass, you have access to the summit regular sessions, and you have access to the replays of those sessions through October until October 21st. So that's
November 21st.
November 21st. Thank you. So about 6 weeks. Okay. Again, these are sessions where you're learning how to make money. All right. So if you think you're going to need to come back and rewatch the sessions over again, take some more notes. If the all access pass holders have access to the replays for 1 full year. That's probably the thing that is most the thing that you guys have been most excited about with the all access pass, honestly. And then the next exciting thing is that we have a couple of bonus sessions. We have a couple of speakers they're speaking their topic during the summit, but they're coming back to do a bonus coaching session, kind of like a workshop / Q&A on their subject, on their thing, on their talk, only for the all access pass holders. Those bonus sessions are hosting your home on Airbnb to pay for your travels, and 3 steps for Black women to
increase their income.
Thank you. Right.
And specifically about the Airbnbs, in the bonus session, she's going to talk about her vetting process for guests, because she's not one of those people who has like automatically lets every guest in. Like she has a very tight vetting process so that them have you ever seen like the Netflix show The Wild Wild Whites of West Virginia? They can't come in her home. It's a show. It's a for real show. Yes. I think I might have gotten the name a little bit wrong, but
that's bonkers. Like hillbillies?
Yeah.
We don't call them hillbillies anymore.
I think it's called Wild Wild Country is the show. Wild Wild Country. Nope, that was about a different cult. It's something in West Virginia, and they were wild, and I think their last name might have been White. Like it was something related, but yes, they can't get in. They don't get in her home. Like if people are going to throw a party or do something crazy.
Yeah, so if one of those things, okay, so we talked about the replay access, but if one of those things is one of the things that you have starred, right, that you want to do or are doing and need to make more money doing, then upgrade to the all access pass so you can get into those bonus workshops / Q&A / coaching sessions so that you can get your questions answered, right? So you can walk away knowing how to do it.
The wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia.
That's funny.
I know one of y'all has seen it. Anyway, okay, so we got the replays. My perspective on the replays is they're most valuable if you might start something and then change your mind.
Yeah.
If you're if you can't decide between 3 different options and like, okay, let me start on this one and back burner these 2. Which I think is what you should do. I think you should start with one and pursue it. And then if you decide you don't want to do that anymore, move on to something else then.
Yes.
That's a good reason to have the replays for a year, because you might not be able to figure out if something is for you within 6 weeks. So that is one of the best bonuses about the replays. Figuring out who to not let in your home and how to tell that there are people you don't want in your home if you're doing the Airbnb. That for me, that's like $1,000 course, right? Like, because when they start breaking stuff in your house, it's in the home you live in.
Because Nadine from Traveling Black Women, she had someone put an entire coffee mug into her garbage disposal.
Oh.
I don't think she even Airbnbs her home anymore, right? She's like, no, right? So if you want to avoid this, you need to be in that session with your questions and ready to take notes and focused and, you know, paying attention and participating, and then ready to put what you learned into action. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So another bonus. Oh, we're doing a happy hour, right?
Oh, we're doing 2 happy hours.
Oh, excuse me.
Surprise. Surprise.
Fancy.
Okay. I'll be there.
Okay, so the last happy hour, which is probably not on the schedule yet because surprise, is Monday evening. It's the last event. Stephanie and I will have alcohol in our glass and we might be half asleep. Right? The last event of the last day, but the happy hours and the bonus sessions and the accountability groups are the only interactive parts of the session. So those are the times when you'll be able to be on camera, right? You'll be able to be on camera. You'll be able to talk to your people. You'll be able to go back and forth. On that Monday, trust that Stephanie and I are going to be like, I hope y'all enjoyed it. All right. All right. It's going to be like hopefully it will really be a happy hour. We love closing out these things with you guys.
Yes. Rashida's going to cry. She's going to cry like a little baby. Oh.
You know she's saying that because she's going to cry. Like, you know that's why she's saying it. Yeah, no, we will be there. We will be tired. We'll be probably beaten and a little bruised, but we will be there. And we really can't wait to like talk to you, like to hear how it went. We'll talk to you guys. So our first happy hour is the first day. So no, it's the first full day. So it's Saturday. Saturday there's a happy hour. Monday there's the happy hour. And so we're really like, you know, we just want to talk to you guys, see how you take your temperature, see how it's going, hear how amazing it was. Yes. Yeah. What else haven't we talked about?
Will we have
replays? Came out yesterday. 2020, 2021 replays.
Yes. Yes. So you probably got a couple emails about the 2021 replays. If you already have the all access pass, you now have access to the 2021 and 2020 replays. So take a second, look at those playlists. We move them off of the platform so you don't even have to register or anything to watch the playlists. Okay. We move them from where they were over to other places. So scroll through and see if any of these things strike your fancy and that you want to watch before you come to the summit this year, so you can be kind of prepped or primed, right? So yeah, check your inbox if you haven't gotten it yet. If you just upgraded to the all access pass or just purchased the all access pass, of course you don't have that link yet, but it's coming. If you already had the all access pass yesterday, check an email. You got 2 emails. The second one is the right one.
I saw a question that I thought we would. Yeah, Charisma, the first happy hour is Friday. Second, nope, that's not right. I just be saying things. If I'm not looking at the calendar, I just make things up.
Because it's so strange to start on a Saturday.
Yes.
It's kind of strange.
Friday, we are doing a kickoff. That is not going to be interactive, but it's when our keynote will be. Saturday, so it's 2 hours. We're going to walk through any questions, talk through everything. Kirsten from Rich and Regular is going to be there to give you guys a good word. Yes. We are going to answer any last minute questions. Saturday is a happy hour. Monday's a happy hour.
Yes.
Monday's also when the accountability session is. Monday, earlier in the days when the accountability session is. I saw the question. You do not have to be in the all access. You don't have to have an all access pass to get in the accountability groups, because the accountability groups are going to start at that session, the accountability group session in the summit, which is only open to all access pass holders. But after, probably immediately, knowing y'all, y'all not gonna wait. Not gonna let no grass grow under your feet. Probably immediately after the session is over and they figure out what's going on and how they want to run it in the live Zoom session on Monday, people will be able to enter those groups by following the directions the group leader gives in the Facebook group. So you don't have to have an all access pass to join the accountability group, but you do have to have an all access pass to come to the live Zoom meeting that will help you determine how the accountability groups are run.
That's right. That will set up the groups. That's right.
Yes.
And we want everyone to be in the accountability groups, right? Yeah. So all ticket holders can join an accountability group. But if you want to have a say in setting up the group, that's for all access pass holders who come to that particular session on Monday. Mm-hmm. But we know the power of the accountability group, right? So we're not going to withhold it from you. If you buy a ticket to Exodus Summit, you have access to the accountability group, because we know we've had 3 different women come and talk on this channel over the last 3 weeks, right? About their progress from the accountability groups. Mm-hmm. We know how good it is. Mm-hmm. And so we want to make sure that you have access to it, right? So get your ticket to Exodus Summit at ExodusSummit.com. And remember, the prices go up on October 1st.
And when we say that, we mean in the morning on October 1st, not in the evening October 1st.
Oh, no.
If Stephanie's awake, the price has gone up.
Yes, that's right.
I don't care what time zone you're in. Don't wait until is it October 1st for them or not? Don't do that. Don't play that game.
Please. If you have to figure out if it's October 1st, you probably are too late. Yeah, don't pay the stranger price, right? That's the stranger price. Get in on your friends and family discount. Get your ticket today, so you don't have to pay the price for the strangers. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so what else haven't we talked? Okay, so there are discounts. I run a program called From Burnout to Bliss that you can get it from burnouttobliss.co, and you get a discount on $100 discount. Is that what we tell people?
Yeah, that was a big one.
It wasn't that big one. I feel like Stephanie just wrote that without
actually. Well, I didn't do that.
There's a $100 discount on From Burnout to Bliss that you'll get a code in the future, because I don't have it set up yet, but you'll get the code in the soon future, probably are we doing first day? How are we getting that information to them? You know that stuff.
Sure.
Last day of the summit, day after the summit, how are we getting that email to them? We don't know.
I haven't decided. We have not discussed that yet. But during or immediately after the summit?
It won't be like a month from now. It'll be very soon. We just don't know the delivery method yet.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, but last day for refunds is October 7th, maybe 6th. Okay, so once the summit starts, October 7th is the last day for refunds. So if you bought your ticket and then you realize, I don't even want to make any money.
You're like, I do not think about money at all. Or Stephanie, you're like, money's not real. I don't need to make money. The universe provides. Then you get a refund.
Yes.
If any topics that we're talking about are offensive to you, we're not going to not talk about them.
That's right.
Get your refund.
That's right. We're not canceling a session because you're offended by it. Okay. So you can go ahead and email us, hello@ExodusSummit.com. We will shoot you. It's easy. Refunding is easy.
I will tell you guys, we do not take it personally. Like if you decide you're like, I don't want them to be, we don't.
No.
We'd rather you have your money than not have your money. We want, right? Like if you decide this is not for you, we don't want you walking away from here like, I bought it and I didn't even go, and I like having a bad feeling about it.
That's right.
Now, if you decide on like, I don't know, the 10th that you want your money back.
No. Rashida is a lawyer and she knows the rules.
I'm very much a rule follower. That's what it is. I'm very much like, I've told you this. I've told you this. We want you guys to have the resources you need. And if the resources you need are the cash that you spent on this, let's give it back to you. But don't wait until the summit is started.
Yeah. We're well over 1,500 attendees, so this is going to be an awesome time. We are going to see a change after the summit is over. Just like last winter, we saw Black women leaving the country and going to Mexico. We saw it as a ripple from Exodus Summit. We're going to see a change. We're going to see a change happening among Black women in the United States after this summit. So get in the water, get in on it.
All right. I saw someone say that we're going to need vacations after the summit. Already planned. Booked. Don't call us. We'll call you like next month. If you have a customer relations issue, sit on it. Love you. Mean it. Thank you. We're both
this is our third year. We know we have booked our time off.
Don't seriously. Love you, mean it. Call Francis. I think Francis was here before.
He was here earlier.
She's still here, but yeah, no.
Yes.
No, so we're super excited about this year. Oh, we didn't mention your program in the bonuses. Tell the people.
You're getting House Sitter School, okay, but you're also getting Get Found. Are you getting Get Found on YouTube, which is a masterclass that teaches you how to talk to YouTube, to tell YouTube who it should be suggesting your videos to. It's going to pair very nicely with some of the other sessions. So if you decide that you're going to teach online and you're going to teach a Jade session, okay, and then you also need to find out, okay, well, how do I do some marketing for free? YouTube marketing is helpful for you. If you're going to do some trip planning, Kimberly West's session on running a travel business, running a luxury travel business, right? If you need to find clients for your luxury travel business, YouTube is where they are, right? Everybody's watching YouTube. So you'll get Found on YouTube, which is a masterclass, that you watch on your own. It's not From Burnout to Bliss. From Burnout to Bliss is coaching, it's community. From Burnout to Bliss is what it says, right? It will take you, if you are in a position right now where you just need some help to make a change. From Burnout to Bliss is where you're going to go to get the support, to get the help, to make the change. If you need to go from burnout to bliss, right? I think it's pretty clear where you should be going. And so that discount is significant. That discount is another place not the discount, but From Burnout to Bliss is another place where you're going to go and get community, but you're also going to get Rashida's coaching. Rashida is a career break coach. She will coach you through this process and not have you out here like, oh no, am I doing this right? What am I forgetting? What do I need to think about? What do I need to let go of? How do I do this? That's why From Burnout to Bliss exists.
Yes. So I'm super excited to welcome you guys who want to take it after the summit. We're going to talk through all that stuff after the summit. I saw something that we need to address. Oh, are there actual sessions on the 10th? Yes, the schedule is online. There are sessions on actual core learning sessions for everyone on the 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yes.
If you don't go to one of them days, you're missing 1/3 of the summit.
Yeah.
Now you can say those aren't things I want to learn. Okay, right? If you passively attend every session and maybe actively attend some, like taking notes, asking questions, you're on your way to a whole new life.
Yeah.
If you don't show up to anything, not because you're working, but like if you don't show up and you don't watch the replays, you just donated to, I don't know what you donated to. Sandra, Stephanie needs more leggings for her fund.
Leggings fund.
the leggings fund, right? Like we want, we can look at these testimonials. Ew. I can personally say that From Burnout to Bliss is well worth every penny.
That's right.
I be changing lives, y'all. All right. But We want you to come to the summit prepared. So what does prepared mean? Ain't nobody asking you to cook, right? Them other people taking care of themselves, and maybe they're taking care of you. You don't even like him that much. Tell him you'll see him next weekend. You don't even like him that much. Come, you know it, right? Unless he's bringing you food during the summit, that's a distraction. You don't need that, right? So we're not going to be taking care of other people that weekend. Send them kids somewhere else. Send them to the park, right? Kids got to go. Partners got to go. You need a break anyway. I think I saw someone say they were going to a hotel, and I was like, okay, now staycation.
Brilliant.
Love it.
Make it a thing. It's we also saw somebody in the community say it's like a holiday. Make it a thing. Make this into a thing. It's important. It is important. It's important for you. So treat it like it's an important thing.
Yes.
You like that.
So you're going to not have distractions. If y'all are getting together to watch it together, y'all gonna be distracted. I promise you. But okay. We love community, so I'm not gonna hate on your community. Have food. The breaks right now are scheduled for 15 minutes between each session. 15 minutes, yes. But y'all know Stephanie be talking, right? So are they gonna end on time? I don't know. Right, like we will definitely try to keep the schedule to the schedule. Yeah. So we can keep it going. But there's a 15-minute break between most of the sessions, I think. That's what we scheduled.
Right.
So there's no time to go do something else, right? There's no time to like, oh, I'm a run to go get food now.
That's why it's important to look at the schedule, and see what sessions you need to be in your chair for.
Right. Because you don't need to be in your chair for every session. There's some things you're like, realistically, I'm not going to do that. Let that be your time to walk, to stretch, to order some food, to do something. Have some groceries, have some prepared food, get them distractions at the house, get a notebook, get a pen, right? Get some good sleep. Because this is a bit of a marathon. It's 3 days of like, woo, which is why also be very kind to us. We'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
We don't like from like last week to the summit. We are doing our best of what we have, but we have less and less every day. So be as kind to us as you can. That doesn't mean that if there's an issue, you don't tell us. It just means that like, if we say, please do something, please do it. Or please don't do something, please don't do it. We really say these things because it's the only way this thing runs is like, y'all, if Stephanie tells me tomorrow she's tired and she's stressed and she's not coming, there's no summit, right? Like we need each other for this to happen. And so I need y'all to make sure that we both show up, right? Like keep us covered because it's hard work. It's hard work. It's worth it. But this next week is kind of like, a bit of a marathon. And it will be for you too when you're attending. It sounds easy, but if you're paying attention, if you're going to every session, it's select your schedule wisely. Take breaks. Don't watch everything. The replays, everyone has the replays until at least the 21st of November, right? You have time. If you're like, I know I'm not going to do this, so I don't need to watch it live, catch it on the replay. Take a break each day.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So I've linked to Rashida's channel. Sheeta's on the Loose. We've linked to Sandra's channel. I think I may have said from legacy to lack at one point. Okay. But be clear. We're talking about from lack to legacy. Y'all knew what I meant though. Okay. When I went to type it the last time, I was like, wait a minute. You're saying this wrong. All right. From lack to legacy is Sandra's YouTube channel. I've linked that here. We'll go back and link to those channels in the description, plus my channel, which is Stephanie Perry. Okay. You've got also the links to Exodus Summit, which is just ExodusSummit.com. Okay. We've done all we can do.
Almost everything. Okay. So every time we do these videos, someone says, we'll get an email that says something like, what's the price? When does it start? What are the dates? How do I watch it? What's the schedule? if it's not on ExodUSSummit.com right now, you don't need to know it.
Yeah.
Every piece of information you need. I hope I'm telling you this before you press send on the email. I hope you're hearing this before you press send. Every piece of information that can help you before the summit is on ExodUSSummit.com. So unless you have a very personal, like, there's a magic link that helps you log in. You can generate how does that work? How does the magic link work if they have a problem?
Every day you're going to get an email if you've signed up and selected your sessions, you'll automatically get an email with a magic link to take you in. So you won't need to know your login and password.
Okay.
It's a thing, right? But if you get there and you can't figure it out, you can request your own magic link. If you get there and something's wrong and you've logged out or something, if you get to ExodUSSummit.com and you can't figure things out, go up to the top corner and request your magic link. Okay, and then it'll send that magic link to the email you registered with. When you go back to that email and click on the link, it'll take you into the summit. That's one thing that our platform does do well. It gets you into the session without you needing a login. So you really don't need to know your login or your password. Just get the email, open the email that they send you the day of the session. They send an email every day of every session that you've registered for.
So just register for one session a day, and you'll be sure to get an email. At least one session a day, you'll be sure to get an email. I think you'll get an email before the summit starts, even without registering for anything.
There are a few automated emails. So yeah, you'll get a few emails, but it's okay. It's just for a few days.
Directly there? No, just a few days. But we really everything you need to know about the summit is on the website, ExodUSSummit.com. Appreciate you.
Sandra, one quick question. So you're telling me your coach is Yolanda. Which Yolanda is your coach?
She did the I think it was a day, like a prayer vigil with you. She was live.
Oh, okay. So Yolanda is somebody. I keep seeing the question in the chat. Who was the coach? If you go to, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so if you go to, I do want to drop that info. I'm gonna give you that real quick, and then we'll go. If you go to Yolanda Evolved on YouTube. Yolanda Evolved. Okay. So yeah, you'll find her. She's on YouTube and on Instagram. Okay, that's wonderful.
And that was a life coach, not an options coach, right?
No.
Not a training coach.
Yeah, she's a life coach.
Okay. All right. Now, before we go, we are going to plug your ears, Stephanie. Earmuffs. We are happy face and earmuffs. We are going to give away one all access pass to someone who does not have an all access pass. It is 9:57 Eastern time right now. You have until 9:58 to put in a number between 1 and 100. And Stephanie will pick it this time with a smile on her face and put it in the private chat. Yes, girl, fake it. Fake it till you fake it. If you already have your weekend pass, we'll upgrade you. And if you don't have a weekend pass, we'll give you the whole all access pass. No refunds.
And this is for anyone. Anyone can win this, right? Not just
as long as they don't already have an all access pass.
Not just like I'm in need, but like, hey, I just want it.
Anyone can win this. This is coming from. This is fine. It's fine. We're working this. We got this. Okay. All right. So 1 to 100. We've stopped. It's 8:58. So the last person is, who's this Facebook user? Okay, Grethlin Orr is the
one more. Let the screen refresh. One more
screen refresh. Okay, so by the time it turns 8:59, we're gonna be done with this.
Okay, because it does take a couple seconds for the Facebook people for their stuff to show.
All right, let me see what time. I seen Stephanie's number. Let me start looking for it. All right. Let's see if anyone got it. Oh, a lot more applicants this time.
Yes.
A lot more. Oh, I found one exact number. No, okay, Shauna, I'm going to say this. you get one entry per giveaway.
Oh, we don't say that.
The first year, y'all tried to get over on us. Entering one time because I can't. Otherwise, we're here all night. Okay. So I think I already have the winner because I saw an exact number and that's it. So
yeah, I didn't see it. So
I saw it. There's one person. We're done. No mas. It is 9 o'clock now, so we went way past or 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's time for Stephanie to go to bed. The winner is Marilyn B.
Congratulations,
Marilyn B. Email us at hello@exodussummit.com. Tell us you are Marilyn B. with the palm trees. And you won the all access pass. And then I'll email you at that email address. You have to email us at hello@exodussummit.com to claim your prize.
Yes.
Fun times.
Okay. Fun times.
It wasn't painful, Stephanie.
No, that was good.
It was fun.
Easy breezy.
Easy breezy. Let me write Marilyn down before I forget.
Okay. Sandra, thank you so much for coming and for sharing with us. Thank you very much for letting us know about your journey. But even more importantly, thank you so much for going on the journey. Thank you so much for taking it, for making yourself the priority, and doing it, and knowing what you needed, right? And going tenaciously going after the things that you needed and continue to need. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies, for the platform. Thank you for making this all possible. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us. We're excited. We're excited to see you at the summit.
Yes.
That energy.
We're going to keep taking all of the credit for all of your success.
You should. Wait a minute, but are we having coffee? Who does this? How did you all do that? Last year, I think you all provided. Oh, don't talk about it.
You can. So this is Rashida is over. She's over this coffee card, but she's also taking it on as her responsibility. I don't like giveaways, and so I don't do giveaways. Okay. Rashida has taken coffee card as her responsibility.
Because you said you wanted us to do coffee.
And I said, do it. We would ask another person to do it for us.
We couldn't have done that. Okay. We had to find an alternative method. So I believe coffee is happening, so every year buying the coffee is dramatic. This year, Starbucks took the money out, didn't send a receipt, and didn't send a coffee card. And I was like, so you took my money. And there's no evidence anywhere that you took the money, except that it's like missing from the statement. The very first time I went to buy coffee, I was like, oh, y'all gonna stress me out every single time, huh? So tried a couple more times. I think I have the process down now. There's at least there's at least $100 of coffee, which will not last you ladies an hour. But I have the process down now.
Okay.
Process.
So in the Facebook community, this is another reason to be in the Facebook community, even if you don't really like Facebook like that, okay? Because that's where you're going in the morning. The plan is in the morning, that is where you're going to get the coffee card barcode so that you can go get your cup of Starbucks coffee and get ready for it.
Of Starbucks coffee, not coffee for the family, not like a pound of coffee. Don't buy a coffee.
A Cuisinart.
Don't buy a Cuisinart. Don't buy equipment. Don't buy Starbucks mugs, right? I can see it. It's also why I should not be in charge of the coffee, because like this is where the rule breakers show up. And I'm like, I see you right here, spending $50 in a
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
What are you?
Because
truly stresses me out.
She's just going to change her mind. We want to shut this conversation down before she
wants to do the coffee.
Yeah, but I think it's happening.
Love it. It is. Y'all gonna get coffee for at least an hour on the first day, at least. You can also donate to coffee. So can you drop our Cash App again?
One more again. Okay. All right. So if you'd like to donate to the coffee card, feel free.
Yes. I think this year we're going to do a morning coffee, which the East Coast, we know y'all gonna get that, right? And an afternoon coffee.
Okay.
So before we did it at, like, we kept replenishing it through the day, and that was kind of the problem. I think now I'll tell you what hours. Like, there will be a coffee card at this time of day and a coffee card at this time of day.
Pam says I'm stressed out about the coffee. I'm not stressed out about the coffee because I don't do anything with the coffee. I'm not stressed out. I just don't want Rashida to change her mind and pull the plug on the coffee. So I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Part of being kind to Rashida is not telling me that you didn't get coffee. If you go to the store, you didn't get coffee, there was no money on the card, I can't create more money in the moment. Don't even tell me. We don't need to know. Love
Okay.
you.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Okay.
This was fun. Thank you, guys. See you on Saturday on Stephanie's channel, and then Sunday on my channel, where we're doing giveaways.
Together.
And then we'll see you again on Friday evening for the kickoff. Pause real quick. We alternatively say that the summit is from the 8th to 10th, and sometimes we say it's from the 7th to 10th. The core session days are 8th, 9th, and 10th. We will have the kickoff call on the 7th. So the 7th is only 2 hours long.
Check out the schedule. It's on ExodUSSummit.com. You'll see it.
Where everything is.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.